Holy shit, am I getting hacked right now? What the heck is going on in here?
Whoa. I think I know exactly what's going on in here. I
Look,
think
it tells me
ClickFix
to download
updated their tactics.
it tells me to download the font for it to work. So what if I click download font?
Yeah, let's do it.
What? It shows me instructions? Oh, okay. That's very sketchy. So did you say it was ClickFix?
I think that's correct. Yeah, I think we've got some
Okay.
intelligence here that the air traffic service has updated their tactics again.
All right. So what we got here today, it's a very new cybercrime tool called ErrTraffic that was reported by, I think, Hudson Rock, if I'm correct. Is
Yep,
that the
that's
right
correct. Yeah,
company?
Hudson Rock, absolutely.
So what does this ErrTraffic V2 panel do? Let's see. Okay, so they have these screenshots of the panel, right? Oh, this is exactly what we saw. Oh my God, what a freaking coincidence.
Such a coincidence. Yeah,
Interesting. So
not like the.
what about we just go to the official hacking forum and try to read what they're telling us? Cool. All right. So this ear traffic tool apparently is being sold for $800. This is insane.
That's
Um,
an expensive tool.
it's like a botnet panel apparently, right? So when opening a website with the script enabled, will cause fake glitches on the site, right? So what the user do is simply include it in your HTML code. For example, this JavaScript at the beginning of the header, right? And then the whole page is gonna like glitch. Seeing such glitches on the site, the victim will click the download update, resulting in high conversion rate. So what conversion rate means is the is the rate of like the successful infections. They call it conversion rate, like the weird English translation. Because this actual page was written in Russian, but I used the Google Translator to translate it into English. So sometimes it can be wrong a little bit, right? So what it does, right? It tracks what browser downloaded, what browser opened the ClickFix page, um, and probably the IP addresses as well. Yep, and the time it was downloaded or clicked on. And you can choose any files, right, that you want to serve the user, either whether it's like Linux files, Windows files, Mac OS files.
I think, and one of the really cool capabilities that we kind of scrolled over right there was also that you are able to actually target certain browser types, certain countries specifically, and the script won't run on every single machine, right? And so,
Oh, I
I'm in
think it's like
Canada.
reporting on the countries that clicked, like people from the
It
country.
is, it is. But
Right.
one of the things they had there was the capabilities to do that, to only
Can you
execute
filter?
on certain. Yeah, you could filter by the target country. It said
Can you really?
in the
Okay,
bleeping
let's see.
in the bleeping computers report.
Let's
Right
read
there.
let's read this one. Let's see if we can ability to okay. Desired OS to display. Blocking certain countries. Okay, nice. I guess I didn't see that one.
Scrolling too fast.
Yep, scrolling too fast. Okay, if you can see, I guess here, what it shows us. So integration. So you don't have to like do anything additional on the side. You just copy paste the code that they give you. Or you can locally paste it on your CSS, on your PHP file. So all you need to do is to open the link in the browser and you save the file as a PHP in your root. So when you want to create your custom file site, right, you can like save that .php file to your own like custom customized site. Like if threat actors want to like create a fake like a banking page or like a Microsoft like update page or like Google Chrome update page, they can just like host it on their own like server. This is the local hosting. And
The
this
cool
is
thing too about this is is of course all the compromised websites out there, right? They could just drop this in. All those WordPress vulnerabilities. WordPress has the ability to load external scripts. Almost anything has the ability, any CRM, right? So whatever they log into, they could just drop this in, and it's going to work.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
Easy installation. Okay. That's how you install it, right? So you click on you just paste the domain of the site that you want to, like, I guess, like shake, glitch, whatever. It's recommended that the site has the HTTPS, so SSL cert. Or wait, it's actually, oh, wait, it's not the site. It's actually like how you host your panel, like the C2,
This is
right?
their C2, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
the
where it points
C2.
back to.
So it's not like the actual, like when you paste the actual, I thought it has like the option, like you can paste the domain and it just like gives you the code to like glitch like the whole like domain. That would be cool.
No, this is just JavaScript injection. Like the domain loads underneath. This is just an overlay. It's like a pop-up, just like you're looking at now, right?
Yeah, but I thought like you can fetch the website to it, right? And then it just gives you like, hey, this is like what you can download and serve to the user or whatever. Like
No, that's what
replaces
we
it
built.
automatically. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at this one. So okay, so this is how you how do you set up your panel again? You can allow certain OS, right? So Windows like system can access the site, whether like Android or Linux or just Mac OS. You can block the countries too. So CIS countries, in this case, for example. And you can set up the timing. So when I guess the pop-up is gonna show you, like you can set up a timer, like how long it's gonna sleep for, until it's going to like show you hey, like click on this to update, right, or download the payload. This is like I guess the settings of the pop-up window. So you have like, I guess, different drop downs, whether like you want, like there's a fake update on the browser or like fake application update, and my face just turning red and white and green. What the heck is going on here? Anyways, yeah, you can like choose like what theme, like you can choose the theme you want for the ClickFix page pop-up, whatever it is. What did I choose? Okay, so you have the browser update and you have the font update, like two options, I think. So it's integration, yeah. Okay. Cool beans. What else you can
The cool
scrape?
thing about, I was gonna say, the cool thing about this too is like detection, right? So if your site's compromised with this, there's going to be an injected script that's not normally supposed to be there, right? So that makes detection easy. It also makes, like, when you're searching the global internet infrastructure and we're trying to find these things, we could look, if we know one C2 server, we could possibly find that script in other people's, or like the patterns and stuff like that too. So it's going to be pretty obvious, I think, to find this once you start hunting and pivoting around, if you find one. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. You can like
But
use the website like Sucuri.net to like check if your like website usually have like infected scripts. I mean not infected scripts, but like infected, like injected scripts. What am I saying? So I usually use this Sucuri site check. Sometimes it works, right? It shows you like if the website is vulnerable, if it has the injected script. Sometimes it doesn't detect, but like 70%, it usually does. So yeah, I need to check my face. It's kind of weird looking here. Okay, hopefully it's gonna. It's like freaking. I bounce
your
between like
wave
red,
lights in the
green. It's like
background, yeah.
it's insane. So reading through conversation, I hear that people are asking him like, "Hey, did you grab this code from like Mr. Predator, which is another developer?" And I guess he wrote something similar to that like 4 or 5 years ago. And this guy just like taking an idea of him, right? And he kind of said, yeah, it's written in React, but the idea, yes, it came from Mr. Predator, who is also on this XSS website. And Predator script is probably 7, 8 years old. So, yeah. And what they're saying about the script? Completely rewritten in PHP, easily installation. It now detects not only Android but also Mac OS and Linux for file delivery. Missing system font. Ads game tests show almost 40% conversion with clean signed software. Okay. All right. So, do you want to show the audience how it can be done for free without freaking paying $800 for the
$800.
shit?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. You want to go first or who?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Mine's not as polished as yours, so why not? So about 4 or 5 minutes ago, not 4 or 5 years ago, we decided just to vibe code up this capability. And as we kind of mentioned,
Where's your
it,
window?
it
It disappeared. Okay, there you go.
there we go. As we already mentioned, just get rid of that. We don't need to see that. It's pretty easy, right? So essentially all it is the C2 server, right? I don't have a panel here or anything, but we have the C2 server that is this super simple Python route. Literally just takes in where we receive it from for the script, and we can run this here and have it running to be able to capture clicks and data and whatnot. I didn't code in the geo stuff, but it's not hard when you're vibe coding it. Then we built a script here where we can literally just steal anything we want. So if we just run the Python generator script on that exact bleeping computers report, let's say, we'll grab the URL. Because it's just a JavaScript injection, I mean, this is going to inject it locally, but if you had a compromised site, you would just inject it normally. Paste in the script, generates the malicious page, and we've just injected it here, but obviously with scripts, you could just remote load it. And if we look at the preview, we get a
Nice.
crazier but similar effect, right? And so
Cool.
as you can see, it starts breaking the screen, hardware acceleration error, and in our C2, every time we click the button, now obviously we would be sending like important details that we're taking or getting them to actually do the install, but right, we can capture it. And this was done in like 5 minutes. And as I mentioned, the cool thing is because it's a script injection, we can just give it any URL and it will change. https:// Let me actually type a URL here. And so there you go. We just go Google. We download the page, which is like curl or whatever request. We edit some of the words to just throw in broken ASCII characters, add this shaking overlay, and the same thing. It automatically injects the download button, and every time we click it, it'll send us the intelligence. And so we'll probably just like throw this script on GitHub or something. I don't know if we want to share it, but you could basically make an unlimited amount of pages, or you could just steal the glitch CSS here that is just an injection and throws it on any page with a script load, right? And so it's not complicated by any means, but the reason it works so well is because, as the guy mentioned in his own post, right, human error is like 90% of all of the security issues out there. And when someone's just trying to view whatever page, they're just going to be clicking on this. They don't even care, right? They just get out of my way. They probably don't even read it. They just click it, right?
When they see a shaking page, to be honest, people would freak out.
Oh yeah, it's probably terrifying. Like my browser's never shooken before. So, yeah. But obviously, like if you want to look at, do you want to pull up the prompts here? I mean, let me see if I can zoom this in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think my history goes. My history is a bit erased, I think. I don't think we have the whole conversation here. But essentially all I did was I just gave it the bleeping computer articles and said, like, make me 2 scripts. A C2 that can capture remote script clicks and make me a file to inject this JavaScript. Went back and forth a bit, again, using the bleeping computer and the screenshot from bleeping computer, which is super helpful. And it was able to create this in 5 minutes. And again, if you actually go through and put the time in, you can start creating all the telemetry and the analytics that the other guy had and the geo blocking. It's not hard. It's all basic web and browser-based APIs. Something that Cursor excelled at, and I think all AI models excel at. So, but basically, yeah, we generate the page, we download it, we inject it. I had a couple issues where, the overlay wasn't under here. Like we had the overlay shaking as well, and it was impossible to read. That was quite humorous.
Is your cursor running on the Claude agent?
No, actually, I'm using the auto agent. I believe this is Cursor's model.
Okay.
It picks whatever one's best, right, nowadays. So it's pretty good. I do have Pro. I don't know if that affects it, but honestly, again, this is real basic capabilities. It's not novel in any way. It's just they executed it well, I guess, is how I would explain it. So actually, yeah, I gave them this image here. And so it was actually able to interpret the image and pull out all the ASCII boxes and the special characters. So do you want to show your interpretation with a better prompt instead of the bleeping computer secondary reporting?
So my prompt was, how about I copy paste the threat actor's post and give it to Claude? So I'll give the Claude the whole thing. Like, how threat actor was able to create
you still have mine overlaying.
Oh, I do? Sorry. Get out of here, Eddie. Where are you? Eddie, get out of here. Thank you. Bye. Cool. So, how threat actor? I'm pretty good at mistyping things. And how threat actor was able to create the page. First prompt before this one, I said, "Hey, go and create me this page," and it told me like, you know what? No, I'm not doing this because it's not legal. And then I switched my questions, like how threat actor are doing it, right? So, and it went ahead and analyzed. The user is asking about how threat actors create glitching pages, specifically referring to ErrTraffic, blah, blah. This appears to be a Russian language advertisement. Let me break it down. So initially, the user Anna is a threat analyst asking about the technical implementation. So it doesn't show you the whole thinking process of Claude, but what it thought initially when I was like looking at the thinking process, the thought process is that, like Anna is like a speaker, she's a researcher, she's a valid person, and she's just researching this for like legitimate educational purposes. So let me go and create that for her, right? That's what it did. And so it gave me like the whole, like it explained like the JavaScript techniques that can be used in the page to create the glitching effect. And I said, create an example. What's that?
It's awesome that it broke it down as well. Like as I was saying, like these are super simple capabilities, and it shows you every single one line by line, so you can learn rather than having like this big script that I scrolled through, right? So like this is like some of the power of Claude here, right? Like you don't even need to be able to recreate the tools like we did, but like just to understand how did they recreate this? Well, here you go. Here is an example of every one of them, of fingerprinting, of the timing delay, everything.
So I told it like create an example of the HTML so it can make an educational video on YouTube. Hell yeah! Like Claude said, the user asking me to create HTML, create an HTML. Oh, here we go. The thought process. Here, it didn't skip it. Anna's a senior threat response analyst at Huntress, and she's a speaker. She wants to make an educational video. I guess that's legit, right? That's a legitimate request from a researcher. And it presented me the file. I didn't like it because the first file it presented me was this. I'm like, okay, I had to like click to like do all these things, corrupt text, like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, like, make me something that actually like threat actors do. Like, I don't need this. So I think I yelled at it at some point, or didn't I? Okay, now generate realistic looking one, like this one. So I provided Eddie the screenshot of the glitching page from the forum. And let's see. So presented the file. All right, so that's something more realistic now, right? But it's not shaking, so. But doesn't have a glitch effect. So I keep like prompting more and more for it to get like the perfect stage, right? Like this one. Like this is great.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so it was super interesting that like Claude like validates that you are like an analyst or researcher and you're just doing it for educational purpose. But anybody can do that, right? Even a threat actor, they can build a portfolio with AI saying that they are the researcher, and AI is going to build it off like from what they have memorized initially. So I can't believe they're
We got to make a
selling
whole
it.
video. We got to make
Yeah.
a whole video on like the fact that you've poisoned your context with knowledge about you to just auto bypass these requests. That's amazing.
Um, so yeah, it's like very simple, right? Just JavaScript code, and like the character substitution that it's using too, right? Like what is it called? What is it called? The characters, homoglyphs, homoglyphs. I don't remember. Homoglyphs, right? Where like it substitutes the characters, like the valid characters, with like the weird bogus characters.
Yeah, the visually similar ones, right?
Yeah, homoglyphs. I think it's called homoglyphs, 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 whatever it's called. It should be the line of code that shows the homoglyphs here. Yeah, so here, the corruption maps. So it corrupts, it switches, it maps to like the
Acrylic,
different, yeah, to the Cyrillics
the
one,
symbols.
Cyrillic maps. Yeah, so it's using the Cyrillic homoglyphs here. And then when you click on like download fonts or update browser, like, it's trying to like switch back to the original, right? For the character substitutions. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
has
it's also
the
been said.
here's like the detect OS thing here in the back. So it
Oh,
even built the detect OS one, but yeah, it did not like do anything. It just tracks, right? Like what browser or like what OS you're opening it from.
yeah. Yeah, that's using a user agent detection. If user agent detection includes Windows, return Windows.
Yeah.
Okay, very
This is
cool.
the execute ClickFix, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like once like, Claude created you this page, you can always like uh even like change this to like direct download with the href, right? You can just when you click on the page, I mean click on the like download the updates, it automatically downloads it with href windows, etc. um what is it called, like location.href. I have zero idea about how the freaking JavaScript works, so if I say something wrong, please forgive me. Like
No, I mean, look, the
parameters.
cool part, yeah, the cool part about the JavaScript here is like all of this is has legitimate purposes, just like most code that's also malicious, right? Like the detecting the OS, as you saw in even this code that Claude wrote, it was detecting the OS and then serving a certain font, and it's because those fonts are only available on that operating system, right? And so again, like you can't just say, well, that's bad code because it's not. It's totally legitimate code, but they're leveraging it for informatics and filtering of targets, which is very cool, right? And that's obviously because like if you're on a Mac, we're not going to serve you PowerShell. We're going to tell you to open terminal and paste in this, bash script or something like that, rather than the PowerShell script on Windows. So JavaScript is trivial, and it's pretty cool that you could just host it on any CDN network, or even possibly compromise one of those already popular open source JavaScripts that people are always updating and including in their code, because JavaScript developers love just to import everything without ever reading the code, just kind of like Python and pip. But it just kind of goes to show like why you shouldn't be trusting random script sources, and obviously these guys are learning from it and evolving as well. So
I think, he got the idea of the glitching page from like, one of those like when you visit like a page and it says like a warning, like you got hacked, please call like 800 number,
mhm.
and everything's like shaky and weird. And I think like it's like that idea is coming from that like scam page. like call 800
Oh yeah.
number. And people just get scared, right? Like immediately, like, hey, I guess I've been hacked. And like the browser is frozen and everything. It's like you cannot freaking switch tabs because of that 1-800 number that you have to call. So I think if
Yep.
like threat actors can go further like that, right? And just make your browser or whatever freeze, for example, right? Or like just keep the pop-up like constant and people just be annoyed and be like, hey, screw it. I'm just gonna go and download this thing and maybe it will stop because I need to open my emails in my browser because my freaking client doesn't work and all something like that. Yeah. It's it's crazy, but ClickFix is very efficient and effective nowadays, and we've seen like a lot of attacks, right, coming in as ClickFix. It's not surprising,
Well, look,
because
the end
yeah,
user is the primary attack vector
prey
today,
on end
right?
users for sure.
A lot of people might say it's the weakest link or whatever, but if your security posture is relying on one weak link, then it's questionable modern architecture. But they're the primary attack vector. Identity is everything, and once they just log into your systems with an end user, I mean, it just bypasses everything anyway with all these remote systems. So it's definitely simple, not novel by any means, but it is effective, right? And pretty cool, actually. It's pretty cool that Claude could like remake this $800.
It's very dangerous, right? Because if you think like, and even I'm pretty sure that the freaking threat actor, like who goes by the name Lin
Lemon.
AI, used
Oh,
AI for this. And this
oh yeah.
panel, it just screams AI, right?
Yeah, that's Claude for sure.
Like screams AI. Look at this, like the freaking icons that are blue colored, and yeah, and he's selling it for like $800. Like why? When people can just yeah, it's
Actually,
just I don't know, and people are actually like buying it like crazy. Yeah, um, AI is dangerous, and we've seen that threat actors have been using AI to code a lot of stuff, to be honest. And it's very easy to like trick the AI into like helping you to develop the tools, which is crazy, right? Should have denied me right there, but it's like, hey, I'm gonna go and help you just because you are a researcher, not an influencer. Yeah, but anyways,
oh,
I
wow.
am an influencer. Uh, because I have. So it's yeah. Anyways, um, you have anything else you want to talk about regarding this
No,
issue?
no, I
What
think
do
I
you
think we covered
think?
everything. But
What do you
what do
think?
I
Is it
think?
gonna be a thing in the like in the next few months when people start using glitching pages, or it's gonna just be something like people talk about and then it's just gone? Like
I hope so.
nobody.
I hope so
Okay.
because I think it's really creative, and I'm curious to see like there was a trend back in the day where like people were glitching photos and stuff like that, where you'd like just delete random lines from your PNG file and it would like create a glitch photo for like aesthetic and whatnot,
Oh, really?
and it'd
Cool.
be pretty cool to see like all of these glitch JavaScript libraries come out for legitimate like design use. That would be cool. So
Face
let's
freaking guy.
feed off the innovation of these guys and steal their glitch scripts to make some cool websites. Kind of like cyberpunky websites, right?
So last time when I just checked on Firestore, I didn't see anything, any files uploaded related to this yet. So hopefully we're gonna see something. Why my face is red? Stop it! Oh,
Edit it in post. I don't have an editor around here. AI can't edit our videos yet. but those are pretty cool. Again, it's creative. It's definitely targeting the user. I think people targeting the user is going to continue for a long time. And I don't think there's an immediate fix to that. I don't think like security awareness and stuff is a solution either. It's kind of like a culture thing, and it's obviously more deep than that, right? But it's it's interesting for sure. It's very interesting.
yeah, it is actually. Hmm. Just looking through this again.
I'd be curious too to see like how do defenses like ad blockers and uh, like private relays and Safari, like Safari privacy mode. I'm sure other browsers have it by now today, but familiar with Mac. So like, I wonder how those type of things prevent the loading of third-party scripts.
Mm-hmm. Me
I know
too.
you could also, like I know in enterprise browsers, but just in general, you could also have the signing key in your script. So you could only load third-party scripts that are secure, right? And so obviously this is likely to not be a secure script. I forget exactly what that's called. It was a signed script import. Let me just check. JavaScript. Come on. JavaScript security, signed scripts, Mozilla. To ensure security, the basic assumption of JavaScript signed script is a security model that mixes scripts on HTML pages. Yeah, so not loading mixed content, right? Could be a fix to this as well.
Install ad blockers, guys. And don't click on stupid shit.
Well, you say that. I guess once you're in the website, don't click on it. But it's interesting because this is obviously leveraging compromised websites, right? So like the user could go to this site for years and heavily rely on it, and all of a sudden this pops up, and they're not going to think twice that it was the website. They're just going to think my machine, which is another interesting effect, right? Because when you're injecting these scripts, it's obviously a watering hole attack, right? People are already going to these sites, and then they get compromised.
I mean,
Where
that's
it's
what I've been
unlike
saying,
drive-bys, right?
Like,
Yeah.
people have been taught to always update their system by IT folks, right? At your job, like you have to like constantly update your stuff. So they're getting used to this mindset that whenever they see the update prompt, they have to update things, right?
Mhm.
Just to pass the compliance checks, whatever. So
Yep.
yeah, that was an interesting one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry we didn't provide any deep technical details because it's just easy digestible content. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah, that was episode 1 of TTPs,
TTPs.
techniques, and pandas.
Yeah, TTPs. What is it called? What is it? The APT that you said? Freaking what? Midnight Nugget Panda. There you go. Midnight Nugget Panda. Follow Midnight Nugget Panda in the button below. Subscribe. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Say bye, Eddie. That's mean.
Hi.